Hey guys, it's Jamie here from the Binary Destroyer. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different in my next couple of videos. I'm going to be doing a series of price action using the Binary Destroyer. Now, I don't think anyone's actually done these sort of videos. I see a lot of videos on price action, and I see a lot of videos of people trading live with their indicator, but I haven't really seen any videos where people break down the markets while trading. So I want to be using the Binary Destroyer here. This is actually the 5.0. It hasn't been released yet. We are still testing it, but I'm going to be doing some binary trades using 5.0. I'm going to be breaking down the markets and explaining to you what's happening. A lot of guys are having success in the VIP group, but you know, they take trades and they win and they lose, and they don't quite understand why they win and why they lose. So I just want to explain to you as it's happening live, you know, why does the price head in that direction? Where is the price heading? Why is the price suddenly reversing? All those sorts of topics I'm going to be going through now in these videos. I'm going to be doing a number of different videos, you know, explaining all of them. I'm going to be using price action and just breaking down the markets. So I don't know if you can see, but off the screen I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 7 pairs loaded up. And the first thing I want to do before I do anything is just zoom out and have a look at the picture and try and see what that currency pair is doing. So USD Chef, for starters, again I can see is in a nice uptrend. We've actually sort of got a trend line happening there. Can you see that? If I make, I'll make these lines yellow, shall we say, and I'll make them a little bit bigger so you can see them. So can you see this sort of trend line here? Now this might be a good opportunity to get into a trade if we meet the rules. Now I'm going to be trading the BD 5.0, the Binary Destroyer 5.0 rules. I'm going to be trading the rules, but I'm going to be explaining to you what's happening. So we can see a nice uptrend here, but what I also spot is a lower high here, which kind of indicates to me the market is starting to slow down. We can see our higher high here. I'm going to make these yellow, so again actually I'm making blue, so we can see, okay, this is our higher high, and now we've got a higher low. So that indicates to me that the market is starting to slow down. We can see the price has been pushed up for quite a while, okay, and now it looks like we're heading down. We've actually got a signal, a sell signal there, which is a good opportunity. We could get into a trade. Now let me delete them. Now we could, let me delete that, okay, we could get into a trade here to take this down, or even a bounce off the trend line. Okay, this would be good if I was but I won't be taking a trade. I forgot my mouse there. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so there's a nice opportunity there. We can see a nice trend line. Now if I was trading a bit of price action around here, I would get into a trade. We could take a cool trade here going up, you know, but we could, okay, I could do that. But again, what I don't like about this is this lower high here, okay, because it indicates we might see a reversal. What is a good way to sense that is add something like an oscillator, like an RSI or a stochastics, to kind of give us a quick view of what the market is doing. If I bring up a RSI here, this will tell us if the market is overbought or oversold. So we can see here, okay, the market is oversold at that area, so this would actually be a perfect buy opportunity just there. We can see the market is oversold, and at the same time we've got an oversold at this trend line, bounce, 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 which is good. Okay, we could take that up, but again, I'm not going to, because it doesn't meet the binary destroyer rules, so I'm not going to be taking that. If we head over to USD CAD, okay, again, this was not a trade. What do I like about USD CAD? Again, okay, we are in a uptrend. You can see that we're in a very strong uptrend. We can see a bounce, 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 bounce. So for me at that minute, the pair is going up. You know, I always say, and I'm sure you've heard it before, trend is your friend. Always trade with the market. You know, everybody, if you look at the higher time frames, okay, I'll give you a good example. That's not a good example because the market's a bit sideways. Let me find you a I'll find you a pair that's okay. Look, uptrend. Okay, if you look at the 4 hour, we are in an uptrend. USD JPY, okay, on the 4 hour chart is in an uptrend. We can see that, can't you? And that's a very strong uptrend on all the time frames. 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. It's all in an up. Look, we've actually got a nice signal arrow here. I could get into a trade. I'm going to get into a trade. We're going to go for expiry, 30-minute expiry, investment 100. I'm going to take it up. There we go. Now what I like about this, okay, is we've got a nice uptrend. You can see on all time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 50 minute, it's an uptrend. So we want to be trading with the market. Okay, that's what we want to be doing. We don't want to be trading against it, because everybody else is doing the same thing as we are, is buying the market. You know, the market's being driven, being pushed up because everybody is seeing the uptrend and they're buying. Okay, we don't want to be that person that is trying to trade against everybody else, you know. And what made me get into this trade, okay, is pretty simple. Now, you guys that don't have the binary destroyer 5.0, we can see we had a nice signal arrow, okay, in between our two lines. I'll just give you an example. That's a poor example of a line. If I zoom in here, okay, now you guys won't understand the rules, but 5, 10, 15, 20. But the rules are pretty simple. When we have our moving average on the bottom, which is here, we take call trades. Okay, moving average on the bottom, we take call trades, and because that symbolizes we're in an uptrend. When you've got something like you can see a nice strong uptrend here. Let me get rid of that, because the moving average is on the bottom. When the moving average is on the top like this, okay, when we have the moving average on the top, it normally symbolizes a downtrend. Okay, we had a nice signal arrow here and it drops. Now we want to be taking the signal arrows in between these two lines here. Those lines there are our like our zone where we want to be taking trades. Okay, so what makes me good about this currency pair is you can see now we're nicely in the money. You know, we can see we've got 27 minutes to go, but we're in the money. So this is what I like about this, is we are going with the market. We have a nice signal arrow there to confirm a trade. Now if I'd got it, I should have got into this trade down here somewhere. That would have been a good opportunity. So I actually got into this trade very late. I got in, let me zoom in. Okay, I'll zoom in again and you'll be able to see it better. So if we got in here where we should have got in, where that signal arrow appears, we would have, we would have had a nice winner. We can see we actually got into this trade 15 minutes late. We got in here. So we are already against we're fighting against this. But what I like about it again, is we are going with the trend. So that for me, okay, is a nice trade. I'm going to flick over to see if I can see any more signals. No, it's not a signal. We might get a signal here in a minute. Yep, we've got another signal here. I'm going to jump into this trade here. A new order. USD Chef. 30-minute expiries. If I get a signal arrow here, I will take investment 100. I will take this trade. No, we're not getting a signal. What I like about this is the fact that, what was I saying previously, when the EMA is on the bottom, we want to be taking cool trades because we're going with the trend. Okay, using a moving average is the quickest and simplest way of determining a trend. Okay, it is just a lot of traders use it, and it's just an indication of which way the market's going. Like here, moving average on bottom, we take cool trades. Okay, so we're looking to take a trade. So again, I can see here we're in an uptrend. We can see if we use a bit of price action, we can see a nice trend line happening. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So I'm going to leave that there. AUDJPY. Don't like this because again, okay, this is a downtrend at the minute. These are just about to cross. If you zoom in, a lot of traders make one simple mistake, and that is they're zoomed in like this, and that doesn't really help a situation. I got taught from day one is you trade what you see, not what you think. So the best way to determine a market is zoom out, okay, and we can see we're in a nice big downtrend. So we zoom in, okay, we've determined the trend. We've determined it's a downtrend. We zoom in, okay, and we can see a nice trend line forming here, but at the same time we've got a trend line up. Now what we have here is a flag shape or a wedge shape pattern. What that means normally, okay, when we have this sort of pattern, it means that the price is getting squashed. We've got a lot of buyers in the market trying to buy, we've got a lot of sellers in the market trying to sell, and what will happen normally is the price will come down here, then it will bounce back up here, then it will bounce back up here, and then it will just keep getting squashed and squashed and squashed until we have one big move. Now where is the move likely to happen? Okay, now again, what did I say? What is this? A downtrend. So the price is likely now to carry on going down. We might have a break all the way down here. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting this price to do. It might not, it might bounce up here, it might break and go into an uptrend, but the fact that if you zoom out, we can see we are in a downtrend, so the likelihood is it's going to go down. So I like that pair. What is our trade doing at the minute on USD/JPY? We can see we are in the money. Okay, we are nicely in the money. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll pause the video and I'll come back in a 10-15 minutes, and I'll hopefully try and find you some more setups. Hey guys, I'm back again. So you see what our first currency pair that we analysed, USD Chef. Can you see how we originally had this trend line forming here? And I said that the market was overbought at this area here, okay, and here. So that would have been a perfect opportunity to buy at this level for a cool trade with, with the trend. And we can see at the minute, we are we would have been a nice winner. We can see if we got in here, we would have seen a nice winner. Okay, now a lot of guys would have maybe made the mistake and got in at this sell signal here. Now this is why it's important to just zoom out in your charts and look at the bigger picture. Okay, you know, the trend line helps us, and looking at what we can see again helps us. You know, there's no point zooming in like this and going, oh look, I've got a sell signal, let's take a trade down, because you know, if you look at the overall trend, it's up. So that's why here's a perfect example of you know, just zooming out and looking. Our USD Chef trade, USD JPY trade is again, look, you can see it's nicely going into the money again. That's down to the fact again we're trading with the trend. Okay, we've got 19 minutes to go, which would be nice. And if a lot of guys are asking, okay, these are the 5.0 hours, these are the new 5.0 hours. So I'm going to zoom back to the 1 minute charts. Okay, there's not really, see how the price is being sandwiched again. We might see, I think, what's going to happen with this, and I'll make a prediction now. Okay, and hopefully it goes through. I'll carry this video on, and hopefully my prediction is right. But I think the price is going to come down here somewhat. Then I think it's going to come back up, and I believe we're going to go down. That is my plan. I believe it's going to. I'm going to add an RSI in just to help me determine where the markets is overbought and oversold, and that's going to help me. Oscillators, gravity strength. Okay, so the market's overbought. If I delete that, okay, we can see that if I head that down, we can see the market's overbought at this level. The market is bouncing off this trend line. That's telling me that the market is struggling at this level. Okay, we've got a lot of uncertainty. Can you see how we had a bounce, it pulled down, and now we're getting a lot of candles with a lot of wicks. Can you see that? We've got green, red, red, green, green, red, green, red, 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 red. So this is telling me at the minute, it's telling me to take a sell trade at the minute. And now it's disappearing. So for me, okay, there's not a signal at the minute, okay, because the market is not doing anything. It's actually getting sandwiched, and that's not what we want to do. The whole point of trading is we want to be trading movement in the market, okay, not when the price is trying to get wedged together. We might see a breakout at the minute there. We delete that there. So at the minute, okay, we've got another signal here. Okay, we've got another signal here. I might take this trade. New order, USD CAD. I'm going to take that up. 30 minutes. Up. There we go. So I've got into another trade on USD CAD. Now for me, this is a bit of a risky trade. Okay, very risky trade. Let me delete that. But what I like about this, okay, is again, look at the overall trend up. Okay, that's important. Look at the trend of what we're doing. We want to be trading with the market, up trend. So I can straight away see that USD CAD is in an uptrend. So I want to be taking cool trades at that level. If we zoom in again, and we can see if you meet the binary destroyer rules, again, the moving average, it's on the bottom, so we take cool trades because it's an uptrend. We've got a signal arrow. Now this signal arrow is in between these two lines. Okay, it's not perfect, it's kind of half out, and this is why I said it's a bit of a risky trade. Okay, we can see now it's being it might be being pushed down a bit more. But that's why I say it's just a bit risky, because in the ideal world I'd like to see the trade a whole candle. Let me find you a nice setup of a trade. See, now we're being pushed down again. Okay, perfect example. That there was a perfect example. We could get into another trade here, and this would be a nice, here we go. Again, I'm going for 100. This is a nice perfect setup because we've got a candle with a signal arrow and it's right smack bang in the middle of, wait for the candle to close, wait for me to get a notification, and I'll jump into a trade. There we go, win. So again, this for me is a much more better trade. Okay, we might actually lose, which one was it? USD, AUD, UD, AUD, USD CAD. So we might actually lose this trade because it, you know, like I was saying, it's half in and half out of the lines. Okay, which for me is a risky trade, but I just want to explain to you guys the difference between a risky trade and a trade like here, okay, where the price is in between. You know, there's no, you know, it's not half in, it's not half out, it's in. So for me that might be, you know, this is going to be, but we can see the price is dropping massively if I zoom out. Okay, but you know, it might win. What I'll do again guys is I'll pause the video and I'll come back. Hey guys, so it's currently 1 minute to go on our USD JPY trade, and we can zoom in. If we actually got in down here, we would have had a nice winner, but you can see the price is now reversed on us. So it is touch and go. 1 minute to go. Oh, it's gone out of the money, which is annoying because if we got the trade in down here, we would have won it. Hopefully that pulls back just in time. No, it might do. There we go. Here we go. No, so we've lost that trade. Oh no, it's out in the money 53 seconds ago. But like I said, if we got into this trade down here, okay, we would have a nice winner. So we actually are fighting at the minute. Okay, we're in a pullback. Got 34 seconds to go, so hopefully this comes in. We've also got, I wanted to quickly show you, and we'll just wait for this trade to come in. $18, $17, $16. So that is our first trade just in the money, which is nice. Now we've got I just went out of the money. So we've got USD CAD and AUD left. Now USD CAD, okay, we've got another signal arrow at this, so it's literally been fighting all the way. But I want to show you something quickly. Was it USD JPY that I liked? No, it wasn't that. Go back over. No. See our AUD USD. Can you see how it's bouncing off again? So my determination is right. It's bounced down, it's bounced up, and we might see a break down here now. We might see a break down here. Let me delete them. Was it this one? Nope. USD CAD maybe. Yeah, what's USD CAD? Okay, I want to show you quickly 1, 2, 4 signals. Okay, which was nice trades. So all these trades down here, if I just if I zoom, if I move in like this, all these trades here met the rules. Now this is the 5 minute chart, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this one won. Nice trade in between the two moving averages. Can't get any more clearer than that. Won. This one again won. This one here didn't win. That was a very risky trade, because I always, when I trade, I have one rule, and that is if 80% of the candle is in between these lines, it's a trade, take it. But this I'd say 90% of that candle is outside of this. So and the fact that we have a big M shape, the fact that we have an M double top here. Okay, this is another way that I used to make a lot of money in binary, was a double top price. This for me indicates a bounce off a resistance line. So you can see the price pushed all the way up, it pulled back, we had another push up, and then it's dropped. Okay, that for me is an M shape. I always get in on the second leg of the M around here, it drops. So for me that was a risky trade. You could take it, you could not, you would have lost it, but we would have took this trade here and won that. So just from 1, 2, 3, 4 signals, it would have been 3-1, which is not bad. It's a good. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, and we're going to zoom in again. I'm going to go back to the 1 minute charts, so we can see the price is going up again. What's AUD CAD saying? See, AUD CAD is fighting out of the money. Try and find you another setups. We had another signal here actually, just missed that. That's a beautiful signal. Could have gotten to this one again. That there would have been, we completely missed this, but that there would have been a signal. So I'm interested to see if this one wins on the 1 minute chart. So I'm going to write this one down. In fact, I could get into a trade again. If the price comes back down to this level here, which it has done now, there we go, I could get into a quick 15-minute trade. We could do I'll do £50, and look, there we go. So I'm now in another trade. So yeah, I got into a trade just here. Okay, but I got in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, hopefully that comes in and wins again. Clear uptrend. If we got in, this is the same currency pair I originally we went to, and I was saying that we could have got into a trade at this this trend line. We now have another touch at that trend line. So yeah, USD CAD is in the money, so we're good with that. We've got a lot of spikes at the minute. AUD USD is, come on, there we go. So all these trades now, okay, are in the money, all three of them. We've got 10 minutes to go and 8 minutes to go. Okay, what is good, okay, you see these big candles here. If you ask yourself, why are you getting such big candles here? And I'll tell you why. It's because the overall trend is up. Okay, I've got a bit of a downtrend here, but we've got a bit of a pullback area here, trend down, pullback. But the majority over the time is up. Okay, we are in a big downtrend, but if you zoom in, okay, we've got a pullback area here. So that means a lot of traders at the minute are buying the market. Okay, we are selling it, but if you look at the overall trend, it is down, but you'll always have a pullback. There'll always be sellers that are selling selling their share of the market. So you'll see the market pulling all the way down here. Now, as a trader, you're going to take profit sometime, aren't you? Okay, so this here is where the traders will be taking profit. They'll think, right, I've made all this money now, I'll start I'll take in profit, start closing all their trades, and people will start, and you'll see you'll get a pullback here. Okay, but if you break it down to the 1 hour, okay, you can see the pullback. So you can see everybody selling. They get to around here and they think, right, that's it, I'm closing my trades, I've made me money, and then the market will pull back. And what will happen again is you'll get a pullback, and then people think, oh, there's my pullback, I'm getting into a trade again, and then you'll see the market start selling. But we can see over the time frame, the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minutes, we are in an uptrend. How long for an uptrend? We don't know. Okay, but for this very purpose, okay, we're in an uptrend, and that is where we want to be doing. We want to be trading with the trend. You've got to remember, guys, we're only trading binary here, or in some cases scalping the market. So we don't need big swing movements, we just need little movements. So look, oh, we've got a bounce now. This is interesting. So we've now got a bounce down and a bounce up, a bounce down again, and now we might possibly see a breakdown now below here. The market again, okay, is not telling me, like, it's oversold at this area here. That's very market here, you see that? But I'm interested to see, we're starting getting lower and lower and lower. Okay, if you zoom in, okay, look, if you look, there's our high, there's our lower high, there's a lower high, there's now, it looks like we've got another low on. So if we're going down, hopefully we see a thing down here somewhere. That'd be nice. So USD CAD, okay, we should be all in the money. USD Chef is out the money. What's USD Chef saying? USD Chef. Let me see what the higher time frames say. Look, see, the higher time frames is up. Okay, we should. That's up. I mean, everybody can see that. 15 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, it's up. Everybody can see that. So the trade now is back in the money. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, is I'll pause the video and I'll come back. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been about an hour. I nipped out to get some food. I was just testing. Look how testing. I was just testing these arrows here. Okay. Let me wait for this one to come in. So one trade has come into the money. So yeah, I went out to get some food with my girlfriend. It's been about an hour, and I finished 3-1, okay, which isn't bad. But I was just testing these new arrows, okay, because I want to fine tune them to make sure that we're happy. And one of the ways that I test these arrows is taking 5-minute expiries every time an arrow appears. So it's pretty simple stuff, really. I've got 3 charts: AUD JPY, USD JPY, and Euro USD. Okay, and what I do is I have them side by side like this, and when I get a signal arrow to appear, I win. So you can see here our USD Chef trade, yeah, is winning, and USD JPY trade is winning. Okay, so it's pretty simple, really. I wait for an arrow to appear and I get in, and what I'm doing here is I'm trying to tweak the arrows to make sure that there. Look, we've got another signal arrow here on USD JP on. So I'm going to get into here. Investment £50. I'm going to. We'll see what happens. You see, there's a lot of news going on, a lot of news. This is a very bad time to trade, a very bad time. But we can see both of these trades are coming into the money now. To to be honest, I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to keep making videos about me testing stuff, so I'm going to leave that there. Obviously I'll be making another training video soon. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just drop me an email at thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com. Thank you.